my favorite thing, Star Wars.
So Chewbacca's appearance was inspired by George Lucas's dog, an Alaskan Malamute named Indiana.
Well, Chewbacca kind of looks like George Lucas a little bit. Big furry beard all the time.
The actor that played him, his name was Peter Mayhew. Okay, he was 7'2". So he wasn't on stilts or anything. That was just a big dude behind that costume. But now we have the final fact, which is my favorite fact. This is one of my favorite facts of any
how about
fact
you?
check. Okay,
That's like your favorite fact check ever?
this is one of my favorite facts.
And you left it for last. What a genius you be.
What do you know? Okay, why is a baseball locker room called a clubhouse, Danny?
I think it's, back in the days of, I did many minor league games, the clubhouse was actually usually a separate building.
Well, you are right on the trail there, buddy.
Right.
The clubhouse was often a separate structure.
Right.
A small house located near the park, often behind the outfield fence, or sometimes in play in the far reaches of the outfield. And so the players had to walk outside to reach the field. So hence the clubhouse, because it was a house.
Right. And, well, a lot of minor league ballparks are fairgrounds.
Okay.
Which had, all kinds of little different buildings. And I think they probably, when they turned them into minor league ballparks or whatever, they probably turned like the cattle pen or something like that into
the shelter house.
They showed the sheep or whatever. So,
well, it just made me think about comparing baseball to like soccer in Europe and these teams that are so old. And it got me thinking about how old baseball is, how long it's been around. To have something like that is kind of neat. And that made me want to continue to call it a clubhouse, even though I always thought that was silly. But now I know where it comes from. And it's like, okay, this makes sense, right? So like it got me thinking about European soccer. Like, why do they call it a pitch, right? And they call it a dressing room, right? So like I didn't look any of this up, but I'll look it up for next time.
There you go. Well, you just saved yourself some facts for next time.
But like I imagine those things are probably remnants, much the way that like Arsenal is a remnant of it was the team that was came from the factory workers or whatever at the bullet factory or whatever it was. And Danny, the older I get, the more I'm enjoying watching baseball. I don't know if it's the pitch clock or a combination of just
good for you for liking to watch baseball, because the Athletic came out with a big article this week about how baseball is like ready to set all these historic records for lack of scoring this year.
Oh, really?
Like scoring is way down, offense is way down, and I think the answer is pretty simple, is that they just turn and burn these pitchers. Pitchers, they get hurt all the time because they are basically overextending the limits of the human body by telling these guys, just throw as hard as you can.
All the time.
And as nasty as you can, and spin rates and all this other stuff. And if you get hurt, we'll find somebody else who can do it.
Well, at least they're making enough money that
they're sort of becoming the running backs of.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Of the NFL. Now, I would say the elite starting pitchers who actually still can pitch are more the wide receivers of baseball now, and the grunt workers, the guys who pitch 1, 2, 3 innings and max effort, they're the running backs.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt the Royals are fun to watch even when they lose. I mean, Bobby Witt is fun to watch play baseball, dude.
He is fun to watch because he's having fun playing baseball. It's always fun. The Royals have two of the, I think I said this on Unleashed last week, and this is a compliment. They have two of just like the baseball meatheads.
Yeah.
Sal Perez and Bobby, they just love baseball, and, they love it the way that the, football organizations put it in the terms of, we want guys who really love football. Yeah. In other words, we want, pretty much a bunch of yes men who just
throw your body at this for us.
Right. Shut up. Maybe if you get in a little trouble, that's okay. But show up to play football.
But yeah, I've been having fun watching them, man. And I also had fun watching Game 7 of the Stanley Cup.
Right. It was I did too. I was hoping Edmonton would win.
I was too.
But its Canadian team hasn't won the Stanley Cup since 1993.
Wow.
Over 30 years now that a Canadian team hasn't won the Stanley Cup. So that would be nice. But then you felt good for Florida too, because they would have been just what a disaster.
Oh yeah.
That would have been. So
man, playoff
there was
hockey.
just too much. There's so much to consume right now because, I mean, the Euros have been just fabulous entertainment, and I'm trying to, I watched a game this morning while I was working out. I watched a game at lunchtime. I'm not done with it yet. You can't watch them all. Thankfully, they have a good highlight package show. So,
yeah, Germany squeaked out a draw the other day. Even the golf has been good. I mean, I must be getting older, Danny, because I never once watched golf. And now I am watching a ton of golf. I literally switched off of the soccer match the other day to see how the golf ended up. Like, my kids are like...
it ended up with a protest.
My kids... Yeah, I saw that. My kids are like, Dad, why do we watch golf now? I'm like, well, we used to never have this
when you
on
play
TV.
golf enthusiastically,
that's helped.
It does help. And also, the presentation of golf just keeps getting better and better and better. And now they have not only the, ball tracker, they have the moving drone.
Yeah.
So
the ball tracker is a game changer.
I mean, they're really... And also, for instance, if you watch European golf, which I do, not as since I started watching soccer, I don't watch quite as much European tour, and their fields aren't as good as they used to be, and the top players tend to come to America now. So anyway, when you watch one of their broadcasts, there's far less, here's a guy hitting a shot. Here's a guy hitting a shot. In America, it's click, click, click.
Yeah.
You see golf shots.
Yep.
Now, that's been mitigated a lot by the fact that they think it's fascinating to see the caddy and the player talk.
Yep.
And I don't.
Has that not always been the case?
Oh no, they used to show far more like bang bang. Well, the caddy and the player used to not yammer away all the time. It's an epidemic. It's awful. Shut up. Get up and hit the ball.
Really?
That guy Ludwig Oberg.
Yeah, with the umlaut over the
right.
Isn't that what it's called? The two dots, isn't it?
He just gets up there and hits the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 175. Okay, I'm going to hit a sick, boom, bang, done. One look.
Maybe I like the talking back and forth with the caddy.
It's too much. Too much. I mean, I like some of it too, and I like it. Maybe the key moments.
Yes,
you want to hear
absolutely, towards the end.
But my God. But the worst offender is absolutely Jordan Spieth and his babysitter, caddy. But I like one thing when I played a lot of golf, one thing I really enjoyed about it was the fact that when I was playing golf, that's all I thought about was the golf.
Yeah.
Period. Next shot.
That's
what
one
my
of the
shot
things
was,
I like
even when I was
about it.
playing by myself.
Yeah.
I wasn't daydreaming or thinking about work or whatever. I was thinking, well, what am I going to do with this next shot when I was, it was all golf.
Yeah, and when I get a work phone call when I'm playing golf, it completely derails me. It just completely messes with my mind. I went and played at Arbor Links in Nebraska since we've last talked, and we had caddies. And having a caddy actually screwed me up.
Really?
Because I've been playing extremely conservative golf because I'm just trying to hit bogeys, right? So I've been reading this book on, it's called Zen Golf, and it's on just like playing within your limitations, right? So just been trying to hit bogeys. And I would walk up to a shot and have a great drive, and I walk up to a shot, and he'd be like, well, 176 to the pin, and I got to go over 2 sand traps and some rough and all this. And like, if I'm by myself, I hit a 9-iron over to the left, right in front of the green, chip on, putt, got bogey. But you got this caddy telling you this distance and like where you need to land it and all this stuff. So I'm ripping out the 7-iron and let's go.
That's what people want. That's what most people. You're very unusual in the fact that you could actually read a book about Zen golf and think that you should think about making bogey and actually do it.
Well,
it's a testimony to it's a good thing.
Well,
Most
okay.
golfers are very unrealistic about the way they play.
You've seen me play, Danny. I'm
right.
super realistic.
I think as you're getting better, you probably need sometimes to just say, "Yeah, I can hit this on the green."
Yeah.
I think the other day we played together, and there was a couple instances I'm like, "You can certainly pull this shot off." And also, sometimes the other problem is what you're saying is sort of almost counterintuitive for golf, in the fact that, yeah, it's okay. It's better not to hit the ball into a really terrible situation. It's better to hit it up close to the green and then chip and make your putt. Well, except the golfers we're talking about, they kind of stink. Not you, but then if they play conservatively, then they might take 4 from there anyway.
No, I hear you. I hear you, but I can't hit the ball from out of bounds. So I'm like, I'm just trying to stay in. I'm just trying to stay in.
There's no doubt that one of the best pieces of advice that even really good golfers say, if you're in trouble, get out of trouble.
Yeah.
Don't try.
And that's a big part.
Don't try to make a hero shot.
Like you're over here in the tall crap. You know, I went and played at Iron Horse the other day. I believe I invited you.
You did. Okay. I was unable to attend.
And I had situations, their rough was really high out there. They hadn't cut it, where I'm just chipping back onto the fairway so I can hit a golf shot, and like being able to do that has been a game changer for
there
me,
you go.
Well,
that's afflicted you with the curse of watching golf.
Yeah, and you played out at Spyglass.
I did. I spent the day at the Pebble Beach complex. For those who don't know, Pebble Beach and Spyglass Hill and Monterey Peninsula Golf Course and Spanish Bay are all basically under the umbrella of Pebble Beach. So we spent the day at Pebble Beach. We had lunch at The Hay, which is a 9-hole short, pitch and putt style, par 3 course. Some holes are 50 yards and some are 90 yards, whatever. And it's designed by Tiger Woods. And so it's kept very nicely. So we ate lunch there, and then we went around. We did a little shopping and things like that, and then we played Spyglass. Although we only played the front 9, and my wife's cousin, who's the pro at Pebble Beach, was very nice. We did not keep score, which was good. And and it's just absolutely, the first 6 holes are absolutely stunning. Pebble Beach is all along the ocean.
Yeah.
Spyglass Hill, only the first 5 or 6 holes are ocean holes. Then it goes into the woods. Well, because we knew we weren't going to finish. Because we didn't tee off till almost 4:30, and in California, you're on the west part of you're on the eastern part of the time zone, so it gets dark by 8. Not like here at this time of year where you could play golf almost till 9:30. So we knew we weren't going to finish. It wasn't like we were playing a match, and so that was fine. And it was lovely. And at the end, he gave me a ball positioning tip, which has really helped. And I practiced it and showed a little bit more elevation. It's really helped. I've practiced 3 times since then and since I've played with you. And that tip has really been something that's helping out.
Okay, because I heard you cuss at yourself multiple times about not elevating the ball the other day.
Right. Yeah, but I've worked on it a little bit. I mean, it's absolutely. Sometimes you just don't realize you fell into a bad pattern if you don't have the ball and have the ball playing the ball too far back in my stance. Nobody really wants to hear about this. You're going to end up trapping the ball, and that means you're going to hit it lower.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough golf, don't you think?
Yeah.
For the average listener,
I do think we need to tell everybody that you and I tied on the front 9 the other day.
We did.
Now you did give me one mulligan to get me that tie, but I was very proud.
It was a mulligan birdie, by the way. Yeah.
But I was very proud to be able to hang with you, Danny, because that's the first time maybe ever playing golf with you.
Oh, it's definitely the first time ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you played poorly, and I played as good as I can.
I didn't play that, but it was 43.
You were mad about it?
Well, I'm mad at 43. 43 is not good. I'm never going to be happy with 40.
And for me, I'm like texting my son, I hit a 43, bro.
There you go. Now, thankfully, I dusted you in the back.
You did dust me hard.
Anyway, I will fully. I want you. I play golf with Joe, not as much as I'd like, because a lot of times that's the golf I play, not that much. I want you to be better. You're a happy man.
We're not just walking around the woods looking for my ball anymore, Danny.
And then you're watching golf too. Well, we need another beer. Thanks to Santa Fe Liquors for recommending the Call Sign Brewing Company. Support the military with some Call Sign brews. They make several. And this is a good, solid IPA. Jolly from Call Sign. More coming up next.
More of Danny's Reasonably Irreverent podcast after this.
Always great to catch up with